Everyone put your paws, claws, wings, and flippers together for your hostess, Blue Rivers.
Hey Blue Stars, and all you listeners and viewers out there. Welcome to my brand new show coming soon to LPS BlueCatProductions called Blues Podcast. You may be asking yourself, what is a podcast? A podcast is where a group of individuals gather together, sometimes with microphones and prompts, to discuss issues and things that they believe strongly in. They also discuss their passions. Some podcasts are broadcasted on Spotify where you just listen, and others are put on YouTube. My podcast is going to be on YouTube, although it would be amazing if it could be on Spotify one day. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started. We here at LPS BlueCatProductions do not intend to copy anyone. We recognize that talk shows with LPS has already been done. For example, The Sugar Diamond Show and LPS Unoya's LPS Influencer. Sometimes I may have a physical guest on the show sitting right next to me in the purple chair. Like today, for instance, the guest will be a mascot from the channel, and other times I will be having guests who will be tuning in via video call. You will see what happens on my end, and you will also see what happens on your end. My goal is to host my fellow LPS tubers and discuss important issues, whether it be related to everyday life, like mental health, or LPS tube. For example, I will be hosting my friend Purple Dragon LPS later on, and she and I will be discussing COPPA. Those are just a few of the examples of the wide variety of topics that I'm going to address with my guests. I will also be sharing my opinions and some personal experiences with these topics. Things to know if you want to be a guest on my podcast. Think of it like making a collab video. You must have some way I can reach out to you, whether it be an unlisted YouTube video where we can privately chat about how you want your segment to go. Social medias like Instagram, Amino, or Discord, for example, or even email. For those of you who don't have social medias and you want to be on the podcast, your segment's going to be a little bit more tricky. It would be best to do it through an unlisted YouTube video where we could just communicate with each other and script everything. So when the episode comes out, everything looks like it flows naturally together. For those of you who want to do your segment via video call, Instagram would be best. We can choose the option where you don't have to show your face. So that way, everyone keeps their faces. I can start my screen recorder and record our conversation, and later we can go back and film our parts with our LPS talking. You can send me your parts and I can edit it and match up the audio. When it's all done, bam, you have your episode. This is a great opportunity for you to have some exposure for your channel. Before we get into your segment, I will be playing a video that you have made yourself called Spotlight, where you share something special about your channel and, if you want to, different fun facts about yourself. I hope that explanation makes sense and isn't all over the place. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. And also let me know if you want to be on the podcast in some way and what you want your segment to be about. Now that I've explained everything, let's transition into a sneak peek of what a podcast could be like. Let's give a warm welcome to mascot of the channel, Keena Catley. Hey everyone, it's great to be here. Thank you so much for having me, Blue. It's an honor to be the first unofficial guest on the podcast, I guess, since this is just an introduction after all. It's no problem, Keena. I'm really excited to have you as well. Today's topic will be about our channel's branding. Okay, I'm listening. There's been something that's been bothering me for quite a while, and it has to do with our branding. As you know, you and the other mascots represent the channel, but Kina, you are the one who represents the channel the most. You are the reason that LPS BlueCatProductions exists. Your very existence inspired me to call the channel what it is. That being said, I've been regretting appearing in so many videos lately, and I realized that you've been getting pushed to the side, for lack of a better term. It was never my intention for me to be a replacement for you, because you're amazing, Kina, and no one could ever replace you. Aw, thank you, Blue. I really appreciate that. I don't believe that you would ever try to replace me either. Don't worry, you didn't come across that way at all. Thank you for naming the channel after me. It's a huge honor, really. You deserve it, and thank you for being understanding. I guess I wanted to appear in more videos because of 2 years ago when I was introduced as the creator behind the channel for our 2-year anniversary, I believe it was. It was exciting to finally be in front of the camera instead of behind the camera, but at the same time, I feel like I made us lose our identities, if you know what I mean. I had no idea. People started thinking that your name was Blue because you were the blue cat, and new subscribers could have been confused because I'm a brown dog, and the channel isn't called LPS Brown Dog Productions, it's called LPS Blue Cat Productions. One of my most recent regrets is I appeared instead of you representing the channel when Yana so graciously invited me to take part in her ceremony for small LPS tubers, which kind of made sense because I talked about what's important about LPS Tube to me, but I feel like you should have been there for me. You could have been a spokesperson for me, or you could have shared your opinion. I don't know. I'm not sure how to put you back as the representative of the channel and in practically all videos without getting things confusing. I think it's best if I stay here on the podcast, which is partly why I created it, so I could stay here, and the other mascots help me out, which is nice. Before, they were appearing in videos too, and you guys were all taking turns, and I mostly handled the update videos. I think it's time to go back to 2017, where you were the only spokesperson for the channel, and you appeared in every video. I think it makes sense when channels do things that way. I've been watching my fellow LPS tubers, and they usually use their mascot to represent them. Whoa, Blue. I had no idea you felt this way. I think it's really important that people sit down with their friends and have chats like this, like we are, so everyone gets to share their feelings and you see each other's point of view. Sometimes there could be a problem and you don't even know about it because you haven't discussed it. Thank you for opening up my eyes to that, and for all of you watchers and listeners out there, make sure you check in with your friends and family often, just to make sure that you guys are okay. Back to our branding issue. You really want me to be the sole voice of the channel, even though it might make things confusing? I mean, I'll do it if that's what you want and that's what you're comfortable with. It's been fun scripting and helping with SSG, but at the same time, I will admit that I have missed being in front of the camera like this. It's nice and refreshing. To be honest, I've been a bit insecure about my looks over the years, and I think that's also why I've been appearing less and less in videos and not really protesting it. I'm not as young as I used to be. You've had me in your studio for almost 4 years, and that's a long time. I'm wearing out. My nose has been repainted multiple times by nail polish. I've got like this beauty mark thing going on with my face where we've put white paint to touch it up. Where this flower is on my ear, it's hiding that most of the pink in my ear is gone. But despite having physical flaws and limitations, I shouldn't let that stop me from being seen and just accepting myself for who I am. I think too often we look at ourselves and we think, Oh, I'm not wearing makeup today. I'm not good enough, and I don't even want to be seen in public. No one's gonna want to talk to me because I'm not wearing makeup and I don't look acceptable. Most of the time, it's all in our head. I want to stop letting my insecurities keep me from being in videos. I am not defined by my looks. I'm still Kina, and that's all that really matters. Sorry, I totally went on like a completely different topic, but I guess this is an example of real life topics instead of just things that relate to the channel and LPS Tube, so maybe it needed to be said. Wow. And I had no idea that your physical appearance was keeping you from wanting to be in videos anyway. I guess it was kind of both of us pushing you away. Sometimes I'm not comfortable with how I look either. Okay, so we're agreed that I'll stay here and do the podcast, and you do just about everything else on the channel. As the rightful face of the channel, as you should be. No pressure, by the way. Haha, very funny. I think I got this, and yeah, I'm glad we could come to that conclusion. Thank you for having me on the show. It's been so nice. You're welcome. Thanks for being my guest. I think it'll be in my best interest to stay away from the podcast and let you handle things, since I'll be doing everything else. And besides, you got the other mascots here to help you. You'll be fine. That's true, we have other mascots here helping us out, and I couldn't do it without them. If I had more time, I would talk about them, but now we're running out of time. Thank you guys for tuning in. Remember, shine bright like a star, a blue star. Bye! Bye!